Well, this news update is on in the wake of the diplomatic standoff between India and Canada. All controversial posters and banners about killing of Indian diplomats have now been removed by Gurudwaras in Surrey. Now, this is after directions were issued by local authorities not to promote radicalism. Now, these banners had previously called for the assassination of 3 Indian diplomats and celebrated Khalistani terrorists. Now, these Gurudwaras have also been asked not to use the loudspeakers for any radical announcements. Now, as you all can see, the visuals, the posters and hoardings are being removed. Now, these are the set of instructions that were given by the authorities on ground in Surrey for not to promote radicalism. There was a need to remove these banners and hoardings. These banners had previously called for the assassination for 3 Indian diplomats and celebrated Khalistani terrorists. Now, joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Abhishek Jha. A very good morning, Abhishek. Could you provide a detailed overview for our viewers on what are the specific posters and hoardings that are being asked to remove?
These Gurudwaras had controversial posters and hoardings regarding this Khalistani movement. We know in Surrey, British Columbia, where Nijjar was also working as a senior official in the Gurudwara, and he was trying to propagate the Khalistani and anti-India sentiment from that. So, in a latest bit of crackdown, we can say that these controversial posters and banners about the killing of Indian diplomats have been removed in Gurudwara in Surrey because these diplomats, apparently, they were, ever since the killing of Nijjar, the Gurudwara or the Khalistani elements in Canada, they have been blaming it on Indian diplomats, and they have put a reward on their head, and such posters were all across the social media platforms, coming from these Khalistani elements, and also in some of the Gurudwaras, these posters were hanged. So, in that sense, these have been removed now, and the authorities have realized that the matter is already taking a big shift now because of the India-Canada diplomatic row, and they have to take some action. And in that context, these Gurudwaras have been asked to not use loudspeaker for any radical speech or anything that goes, beyond law and order situation, or that can complicate the situation between India and Canada.
All right, thank you so much, Abhishek. Well, that was an input coming in on the India-Canada diplomatic relations, where Surrey authorities have instructed the Gurudwaras to remove the posters and hoardings to avoid escalating the current situation.